This is the Transition on Atlantic Television Network. Supreme Court has reserved judgment in a suit challenging the declaration of a state of emergency in Rivers State by President Bola Tinubu in March. A 7-man panel led by Justice Inyang Ukura joined after parties in the suit adopted their processes on Tuesday, and the plaintiff in the suit are the Attorney General of 10 states, while the defendants in the suit is the federal government and the National Assembly. At the days preceding the fifth plaintiff, Delta State withdrew from the suit, which was not opposed by the Council for the Federal Government. Lateef Fagbemi-San, and while adopting his process, counsel to the plaintiff Eyitayo Jegede-San, who represented the plaintiff, said their case was not a denial of the president's power to proclaim a state of emergency, but to challenge the extent to which the proclamation can be made to affect the offices of the governor, deputy governor, and the State House of Assembly. In his argument and in response to the court's question, counsel for the federal government and Attorney General of the Federation, Lateef Fagbemi, said the plaintiffs have not been able to prove that there was no crisis involving the governor and the executives, which prompted the president's action in March to proclaim emergency rule in Rivers State. The senior lawyer also submitted that the state governor, Siminalayi Fubara, and his deputy Ngozi Udu, and members of the State House of Assembly were not removed but suspended as part of extraordinary measures required to bring decorum in the state, stressing that the president had no choice but had a duty to act the way he acted in declaring a state of emergency, and therefore urged the Apex Court to dismiss the suit in its entirety. Counsel for the National Assembly, Charles Yohila, aligned himself with the AGF submission and urged the court to dismiss the case. More members of the People's Democratic Party in Bayelsa State have dumped the party following the resignation of Governor Doye Diri. Diri, along with members of the State Executive Council and House of Assembly, had resigned from the PDP on Wednesday, and his next political move remains uncertain as he is yet to make a formal declaration about his new party affiliation. Speaking at the stakeholders' meeting in Ginagua, the group said their decision was in line with the governor's political direction and ideology. The former PDP members, led by Commissioner for Education Dr. Gento Emela, did not disclose their new party, but affirmed their loyalty to Diri and also disassociated themselves from the position of the member representing Yenagoa Constituency 3 in the Bayelsa State House of Assembly, Ted Elemefuru, who did not resign with other legislators, and described the Elemefuru's stance as personal and not reflective of the people. Chairman of Yenagoa Local Government Area, Bolodisiye Ndawari, reaffirmed the constituency's loyalty to Diri, saying the people of Yenagoa Constituency 3 believe in Governor Diri's vision and will follow him wherever he leads. Similarly, the special advisor to the governor on petroleum oil, Frank Otele, said the constituency's leaders had met and resolved to align with the governor's political path. Apex body of traditional rulers in Anang Land, Akwa Ibom State, the Afe Nkuku Nang, have summoned Mrs. Patience Akpabio, sister-in-law to the Senate President Godswill Akpabio, and her husband Ibanga Akpabio to appear before it within 7 days over alleged defamatory and inciting social media posts against the Senate President. In a communique issued on Monday after its meeting at the Anti-Nang Secretariat Ikotekpene, the monarchs expressed deep concern over the malicious and unguarded statements allegedly made by Mrs. Akpabio, accusing the Senate President of being linked to multiple killings in Akwa Ibom State during his tenure as governor. In one of our recent Facebook posts, Patience Akpabio wrote, "For all the people you people have killed when you were governor of Akwa Ibom, and those people have killed now that you're in the Senate, it will not be well with you." The Afe Nkuku Nang, in its communique signed by His Royal Majesty Elbon Cosmos Okon Akpan, Paramount Ruler of Esien Udim Local Government Area and President Akuku Prof. Anam Akpanudu Udo, Paramount Ruler of Etimekbo, and Vice President and Engineer Dr. J.J. Obosi J.P., Paramount Ruler of Oruknam Local Government Area, said the matter had lingered for too long in the social media space must now be addressed in line with Anang tradition. The royal body condemned what it described as the vulgar and unguarded language employed by Mrs. Akpabio, stressing that as a woman married into Anang land and specifically into the distinguished Akpabio family, of Essien Udin, and also she is expected to uphold the dignity and moral values of her marital home and community. Abia State Governor Alex Oti has dismissed reports claiming he has dumped the Labour Party for All Progressive Congress APC. Government election is due on November 8th. Made the statement shortly after or mentioned. So, like man of the National Convention of also come out of its crisis over defender was scheduled for Tuesday of the in the education.